Neptune TV. We're in the Emmett Neville Suite, sponsored by Easy Living. We're here today with Kelvin O'Donoghue. For anyone that doesn't know, me and Kelvin are brothers. And our dad is Stephen Speedy O'Donoghue, who got the two of us into basketball. But Kelvin, first question. I was thinking today about questions and stuff like that. I don't really like to think too much about it, but what's your first memories of, I suppose, basketball and Neptune? Because I know you've been here since you were born.
I suppose my first memories is probably just coming down. It was probably when you were playing, like just coming down watching your games. Then I saw the likes of Mick McGinn, John and all them playing, and I just fell in love with the game. And then I just wanted to play it ever since. That was it. Yeah,
and obviously I watched it, since you were a young fella or whatever, and you played on. You had an incredible team. You, Sean McCarthy, Eli Lenihan, Dave Maranhao and Sheehan, and you were with them all the way up, and you had a lot of success. So, how did it feel being a young fella playing in Neptune and being a part of that, really, talented team, let's say?
Yeah, obviously we grew up. Yeah, we won kind of everything growing up, but we were watching the likes of Drummond, Jenkins, Hannigan, Sullivan, Heafys. They were all winning, so it kind of motivated us not to be kind of the letdown team then. So we were always very talented, but the group of players I played with were unbelievable. Like we gelled really well, brilliant team, a lot of success, and yeah, it was brilliant to be a part of that. And then bringing into the Super League, go from a young fella playing in Neptune my whole life into the Super League, it was a big thing.
Yeah, and I suppose it goes to show as well. Obviously, you're doing well at Super League. Eli's in America, Sean's in America, so the core of that team kind of went away and are playing really well at the moment. But talk to me about Eli and Sean. They're gone now a while. Hopefully we'll get them back. But what were they like to play with?
I always say this, that they're the reason I kind of won everything, and they'd say the same about me. Like, we were just so close, not even just on the court, but off the course, we were best friends. So it was very easy to just be in part of a team like that, where I was playing with two of my best friends, and they were obviously really, really talented, but they're just winning mentality as well. We just never wanted to lose, and maybe that's why we won everything. We just gelled really well, and as you said, now they're away in America, but hopefully one day they will be back with Neptune, back part of the Super League team, and I'll be able to play with them again. So looking forward to that, hopefully somewhere.
Yeah, and brings me to my next question. Obviously, the most successful thing underage is National Cup. You were lucky enough to win one with Neptune in 2020, wasn't it? 2020?
Won two. I won one in 2019 and I won one in 2018 with the country as well.
Oh yeah, okay, so that was the time where they had the 4 cups in a row.
Yeah.
What your specific age, let's say, 2020?
2019, wasn't it?
2020, just before COVID, wasn't it?
It was one of them.
Yeah, January 2020, it was the 2019-2020 season. But I was lucky enough to be part of the coaching team for that. And talk about that final, because obviously, we're going to remember that game for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, that was a whirlwind. So we played against Belfast Star. Obviously, CJ Fulton was playing. He was the biggest name there, even though we had 3 Irish internationals on our team. He was the biggest name. So all the hype was for CJ. There was nothing really. We were successful going up, but we were actually, I'd say, kind of underdogs going into the final, just because CJ was playing. So we got kind of off to a bad start, because I think we were down 16 and a half time.
Yeah.
And went into the dressing room, and to be fair now, the boys, like Eli just went nuts. Sean went nuts. We all kind of went crazy, but then we just relaxed and we were like, we need to remember that we're the team that's won everything. Like, they've never been in this situation before. We have maybe not down 16 and a half time, but we were always the team winning going up. So we were like, we just need to play the way we always did. We know how to win. So just take it quarter by quarter, minute by minute, second by second. Then we came back out and we were flying, and when it got to 10, then it got to see this got to 6, and we were like, there's no way we're losing this game, and that's just the way we always were going up.
Yeah, the game was unbelievable to be a part of. I remember being down 16 and a half time, and just to touch on what you said there, CJ Fulton, brilliant. Like, even from, obviously you played against him, so you know him as a competitive standpoint, but watching him as a coach, he was just so smart, he was just so mature. He lifted his teammates up every time they missed a shot. He never gave up anyone. I was so impressed with how mature he was. But obviously you had a few battles with him down through the years, and I know you regard him as the best player you've seen. Like, talk about him. How good was he to play against?
Yeah, it was brilliant to play against him, obviously. Like, he kind of motivated me to be better. I didn't want to go into a game and be like, oh, CJ's going to get the better of this battle and all that. So I kind of took it a bit personal, but I say he did as well. Like, we never wanted to lose that battle. But we were on the under-16 Irish team together, so it was kind of bragging rights every Saturday. Then I trained, like, if they beat us, he was going to give me stick. But thank God it was the other way around every time. Like, I don't think he's ever beat me at a club. Not just over me, obviously, just how good our team was. No, it was brilliant, especially as you said, being a competitor against him, but also being a teammate who was in the 16 Irish team. It was. I never played with a teammate like that before, put it that way.
Yeah. And I remember, like, when I was young, like, growing up watching his dad, Adrian Fulton. What a player! He was amazing. I was actually at a wedding with him there recently. Some back. But so obviously you go out at under 18 and you go and you play Super League for a while and stuff. And like, tell me about your Super League transition. So obviously the last couple of years you've been playing. What season is this now? We're going into that.
I'm on my fourth now. So I was actually here. My first year would have been the COVID year, but that season got scrapped. Year after then, that was my first year. Didn't really play too much, but I was just around great players. It was kind of a learning experience more for me because I was still underage. Then the year after then I was kind of 6th, 7th man, kind of played more minutes. Got a lot of experience there again. Then the year after last year they brought in the 2 American rule. So obviously minutes were kind of restricted again.
Yeah.
But my first kind of 3 years was a big learning curve for me, and now this is my 4th year. So I think now this being my 4th year needs to be kind of a push on now, where I've had 3 years experience, where hopefully now this is the year that I kind of kick on more.
Yeah, and for other players watching, and I know, like, being a star, younger player, and then going into a team and probably not getting minutes that you would have been used to, whatever. Like how do you get over that mentally to go from playing so much to staying positive and having a good mindset?
I think in my first year, I'd say I kind of struggled with that because I was never on a team growing up where I didn't play. But then you kind of have to take a step back and look at the bigger picture and look at the players that are playing ahead of you. Like, I had Keane Heathfield, Mark Downey, Conor Sullivan, 3 Irish internationals. Like, there's no other team in the country that has 3 guards in front of me that are Irish internationals. So I just kind of have to see the bigger picture, and if I wanted to be part of a successful team, I just have to accept that role, which the best teams in the country all have roles, and I'm not the only young person that's happened to. A lot of players in the country like that were 18, 19, went into a team, couldn't really get that many minutes, and you either stick with it or you don't, and I stuck with it, and hopefully it's going to pay off.
Yeah, and look, brings us to the first game of the season. Congratulations!
Yeah.
Big win on the road. I know Neil was saying here last week in an interview with Malcolm that he's never won in Belfast.
Yeah.
So he's been here 6 years and he's never won in Belfast. So it was big to get it out of the way. How did that go?
Brilliant, yeah. No, as you said, like, it's a huge win, first game of the season. You always want to win, like, just you want to be on the front foot. You don't want to go 0-1. You just want to be on the front foot straight away. The energy was something that we haven't had kind of maybe the last 6-7 months. There was not much of energy, but then in this game, it just felt like there was a pure togetherness. We just wanted to win. I know they were down one of their pros, and I think the score was flattering on Belfast. I think it was 9 in the end, was it?
Yeah.
But when we were up 24 with about 5-6 minutes to go, we just took our foot off the gas. But I think that's kind of it was our first game of the season. But to gel as well as we did, I think we're actually more forward in our progression than we probably thought we would be by this stage. So we're delighted with the win, and hopefully now we can just drive on from that.
And just personally yourself, what we touched on a while ago about being in the rotation, not being in the rotation, you were called upon on Saturday and had a really big game. 11 minutes, 8 points. Talk about your role in that game.
Yeah, so I had a conversation, when I packed him in, I had a conversation about him just about my role, and he just upfront and honest about me, and it kind of just it gave me more of, I was more confident about it, he gave me the confidence that I needed back myself again. So then when I was called at the weekend, I was delighted, and I just you have good games, you have bad games, that was just one of my good games. So hopefully now that is something that won't drop off, that is just my base level. That for the rest of the year now it'll just get better and better. So yeah.
When you said you have good games, bad games, you told me you never had a bad game. You're like,
yeah, well, sometimes it is.
And just talk about, obviously, big change in Neptune this year. Coach Price is back. Great. I watched online the other day and seen his energy at the side of the sideline. Brilliant, you know, he was up and down, he was shouting, he was motivating fellas.
Yeah.
Talk about how he is since he's come into the club and how he's been for you, I suppose.
Yeah, I was actually never coached by Chris before. I think a few of the lads were. I was never coached by him, so I was just open-minded about it. I didn't know what to expect and all that. But honestly, I don't really have a bad word to say. Like, he's kind of taken me under his wing a bit as a young person, and he's been upfront honest with me, and he's given me my opportunity, and I feel like that's all I was kind of missing, was someone to give me that proper opportunity, and I feel like that is going to be Pat. So yeah, I'm very excited about where this team can go. I think we're really, really talented, we're really deep, and now with the right kind of team, with the right staff behind us and stuff, I really think that this could be a special team.
Yeah, and watching the game the other day, talk about Darrag's performance.
Yeah.
7 for 10 trees, I thought was incredible watching him.
I knew how good he was all the time. Obviously, we all grew up, I played with him, but he's actually after taking me by surprise. He's a lot better than when he left, and he was unbelievable then. But he can shoot the ball, like, can't he?
Yeah, he talk on D. I see him, he's talking on D. He's long deflections, he can pull up, just do a lot of stuff.
He's a really glue guy. Like, I think he's after really bringing our team together. It's stuff that you won't even see on the salary. I know he had 7 trees, but there's some stuff he does there. He just brings us together. We could break down an offense, but you could just give him the ball and he can play out of that. He's really smart, like really intelligent. I think we were just kind of missing that person, and I think that he could be that person now. Like.
Yeah, and looking at the team as well from the outside in, it looks like you have some characters in the pros. Yeah, talk about the pros.
Yeah, they're unbelievable players, obviously, but they have big characters, right? I haven't been around this energy in a long time. Like, this team is really buzzing. We're all delighted to be around each other. We were, after the game, like, we celebrated as a team. It was just brilliant, like, just to have us back together again. It felt really good, like, over the weekend.
Yeah, and looking forward to the first home game, Sunday, Marion. Tough test, like, they're never going to come here and roll over. So what are you expecting from them on Sunday?
They're going to be very prepared, especially with Adam Drummond up there now, part of our coaching staff. He knows us like the back of his hand. They're going to be well prepared, so it's definitely not going to be an easy test anyway. They have a great coaching staff. Their pro is one of the best pros in the league. John Jean's been here now 3 years, brilliant player. So I don't think by any means it's going to be an easy game.
Yeah.
But of course we want to go in 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, build every week, be better every game.
Yeah.
So hopefully that does happen.
And you'll be ready again if your name is called upon to come in, but after last week, so you should get a nice run in the team next week again?
I will see. As I said, we're trying to take every training session, game by game. I'm not really looking too far into it. We're 1-0 now, but we always said we're kind of forgetting. We celebrated it, but we're forgetting with that game now. We're back to 0-0.
Yeah.
Every game's a different test.
Yeah, brilliant. And the last couple of years playing Super League and even playing underage, who's some of the players you enjoy playing against? Or tough matchups maybe? Or
I think maybe the last few years, I loved playing against Kelvins just because in Cork you love them and hate them at the same time, like brilliant players. But even there playing against some of like my former teammates, my friends like the Hannigans, like Jack Larry, I know this year, and a lot of Demons lads, like you love going on the court because then that night you'd see them out and you kind of give them a slagging and all that. So I'm looking forward to playing a lot of players this year, but mostly will be the Cork players.
Yeah, tough loss for Demons, tough loss for Ballincollig this weekend.
Yeah, I wouldn't read too much into it. They're still trying to gel as well together.
Yeah, they'll be there.
They're two brilliant teams. We've seen that over the last 2 or 3 years. I wouldn't be worried at all, and I don't think that they're worried either.
Don't forget, our season tickets are now available through the Neptune Basketball Club app. Download it today from the App Store or Google Play and secure your spot for the season ahead.
What teams do you like playing against? Like obviously, look, we know Demons, home game, brilliant. Any other teams that you really enjoy playing against, home or away?
Obviously Demons and Ballincollig, but just because they're Cork teams again. But you'd always love playing against kind of Tralee, Clester, like Tralee on the great crowd down there. Clester are a great team. I felt any time that I have played against them the last 2 years, I kind of had a good enough game. So I don't know, I enjoy playing against Clester. I think that they're all going to be tough teams this year. Like I was looking at the format of the league while ago. There's 14 teams in the league.
Yeah.
Is it 13? Sorry. And there's only 8 spots for the for the playoffs. So that means that 2 teams are going down. So there's actually, trying to do my maths now.
Doesn't matter. We're from the north, so it's funny to have the maths.
Yeah, but there's going to be teams disappointed, and there's going to be 1 or 2 shocks that you think that they'd be kind of bankers to get into it. But I feel like this year the league is even more competitive again than it was last year, and we saw how close it was last year from teams getting relegated to making the playoffs. There was only 2-3 games of a difference.
Yeah. Talk about Neptune. Like, obviously you've played with Neptune your whole life. I've been with Neptune since 2004. Talk about the fans and the energy at a home game. Like, I think that, you know, the home game we have here is the best in the country. You know, the show they put on, the energy, especially when it's the Demons and Neptune game. There's no better rivalry, no better game in Ireland than that. But talk about the energy that you get from the fans and the kids at home games.
It's brilliant. Yeah, like I grew up watching the Super League team, and I'd never seen stuff like that. So being actually a part of it now is brilliant. Like especially the last 2 years. Like, as you said, the show that's put on is incredible. I'd say, I know I'm a part of it now, but I'd also love to see it from a kid's point of view. Like, I'd say it's unreal. Just the atmosphere it brings, and it makes us want to win. Then, like, you want to fill the seats every week. You want to bring people back watching, and I know that we're probably a frustrating team to follow over the last kind of year and a half. But hopefully now this year we're just going to have our crowds back. They're going to be our 6th man every game. Like, they're the people that are going to make us be successful or not, I believe.
Yeah, and just to finish on as well, and I finished on this last time we had an interview, but like, there's obviously, you know, kids down there and stuff like that, and they're watching you, they're going to watch this interview because they obviously love you as a player. But any advice for the younger kids about keep playing or work hard, or, you know, how can they be sitting on this couch being lucky enough to be interviewed by me someday?
Yeah, I say always just go to your comfort zone. Like, I know I was part of Irish teams and stuff like that, but even just going to trials, try out for everything, just try to be part of every single team that you can be part of, because you don't have a long career. Like, you just don't. So when you're younger, you kind of get the foundations. As you get older, then it's kind of tougher if you're trying to play catch up. So when I'm younger, I'd always try to go to camps, try to be at every training session. Just try to make yourself better, and it's not just about being at training sessions either, it's about putting in time outside of training as well, like if you want to go to a high level. Yeah.
And first home game, Sunday, 2 p.m. Make sure everyone's there. Kelvin, thanks.
Thanks.